bonsoir. Donc nous revoilà pour la conférence Bethesda. Donc je suis toujours en compagnie de France.
Bonjour Bifrost, bonsoir.
Ah bonsoir. Donc on a beaucoup d'attentes. On va voir enfin ce que ça donne.
Ouais. TOS 6
on va
Toi tu y crois.
la nouvelle IP.
Ouais, la nouvelle IP, ça j'attends.
L'IP,
ouais.
ça va être pas mal. On espère ça au moins.
Oui, et puis tous les deux, parce qu'il y a beaucoup de deux. Dishonored 2, ça c'est sûr, mais il y a aussi Evil Within 2,
Rage 2.
Rage 2. il y en a beaucoup, il y a beaucoup de possibilités. Il y a peu d'officiels, mais beaucoup de rumeurs.
C'est ça, il y a énormément de rumeurs. On va voir donc du Doom, peut-être.
Vraiment, ouais.
On va voir du Quake, peut-être.
Peut-être pas.
Oui, voilà, on va faire comme ça.
Peut-être moins, quoi.
C'est ça. La bouteille à moitié vide, comme on l'appelle.
Voilà.
Mais en tout cas, on va voir des choses. De toute façon, ils avaient prévenu. Si on fait une conférence, on annonce un truc.
Parce qu'il y a des pitons l'année dernière. Si on retourne le 3, c'est qu'on a quelque chose à dire.
Donc, très clairement, quand tu annonces ça, juste sur une année, tu vas pas te faire mentir d'une année sur l'autre.
Et puis l'année dernière, la conf était très bonne. Et justement, Pitens avait dit, si on revient, c'est pour faire au moins aussi bien. Donc, il va y avoir du très bon, a priori.
On va espérer.
Ah oui, j'espère. Je sais qu'il y a beaucoup de possibilités, comme on l'a dit. Il y a aussi quelques petits jeux à côté que certaines personnes attendent certainement, du genre Elder Scrolls Legends, le jeu mobile, jeu de cartes, qui a l'air assez sympa. Du mobile, il risque d'en avoir encore aussi, puisque le studio qui travaille sur le mobile, ils sont une quarantaine. Elder Scrolls Legends est en bêta, donc le gros du travail est fait. Maintenant, ils ont sûrement eu le temps de faire autre chose.
Ah bah, il faut les faire travailler, de toute façon.
Peut-être un
truc
truc aussi sympa que
l'explosion du jeu mobile, oui, il y a bien moyen. On a vu de toute façon avec EA tout à l'heure que c'était on va dire un gros apport financier. Donc, je pense pas que Bethesda va fermer les yeux en disant oui, non, mais on va peut-être arrêter. On a fait un gros succès, on va peut-être s'arrêter là.
Parce que Fallout Shelter, ça a bien marché.
Oui, ça a énormément bien marché. Et donc, à part Doom et donc Evil Within, on avait vu quoi aussi dans les
Wolfenstein 2,
Wolfenstein,
qui a des chances. Il y avait une actrice, enfin une doubleuse qui avait parlé qui avait dit j'ai travaillé sur un deuxième jeu en rapport avec les nazis, sachant qu'elle a travaillé sur le premier. Donc, pour moi, c'est assez clair. Après,
à moins que le nouvelle IP soit sur les nazis.
Ah non, elle dit que c'était une suite.
Ah oui,
c'est la suite d'un jeu.
Donc ça va être compliqué.
Ça
va être très compliqué.
Sûrement, c'est très possible qu'il y ait donc Wolfenstein 2.
Oui. Donc voilà. Ça reste quand même relativement attendu, même si c'est pas un des gros.
Ouais, je pense qu'il y a une communauté de fans sur ce jeu. C'est pas non plus la grosse licence, c'est pas The Elder Scrolls 6.
Oui.
Justement, on peut en parler.
D'ailleurs, même si on a quand même mis un gros bémol sur l'apparition, pas sur TOS 6 en lui-même. Mais est-ce que tu penses que Dishonored 2 entre guillemets suffirait pour faire une conférence?
Non. Je pense qu'il y aura une nouvelle licence ou au moins un jeu parmi Wolfenstein 2, The New Order 2, pardon. Je ne sais plus ce qu'on a cité, on avait cité Evil Within 2 aussi. Ou alors, je sais pas, la ressortie comme avecQuake, même si c'est très peu probable. Je pense qu'il y aura autre chose que Dishonored 2, au moins un truc aussi gros, un nouveau AAA, je pense.
D'accord. Moi je voyais ça plus dans le côté un unique gros jeu et aussi quelques petites annonces, mais toi tu penses plutôt sur la multiplicité des annonces qui sont quand même bonnes. Même si peut-être c'est pas une énorme hype, ça reste quand même des bons jeux que des gens attendent. Donc du coup,
ils vont pas se limiter à Dishonored 2, sinon ils seraient pas venus, je pense.
Oui.
Parce que Dishonored 2, en plus on le connaît, on a déjà vu on n'a pas vu de gameplay, j'espère qu'il y aura du gameplay normalement, oui. On a vu déjà à quoi ressemblera le jeu esthétiquement, on a entendu parler un peu du scénario, etc. Donc je pense que c'est pas assez nouveau pour justifier pour venir juste pour ça en fait. Je pense que Skyrim HD, ça on peut en parler aussi, l'édition définitive qui a leaké sur des sites marchands anglais, qui s'appellera la Definitive Edition. Donc ça, on l'attend très fortement. Ce serait donc une version HD avec tous les DLC sur PS4 et Xbox One, ce qui voudrait donc dire qu'il y aurait du modding.
Le bon donc, du coup, vraiment, ça reste quand même pas mal de choses à voir. Mais oui, je pense qu'effectivement, ça risque d'être pas mal.
Non, je pense qu'il y a beaucoup de possibilités, beaucoup de rumeurs. Malheureusement, on n'a pas assez de certitude. Je pense par contre que Skyrim HD sera là. Ça, je suis quasiment sûr que ce sera le cas. Et au moins un jeu parmi, comme on disait, Evil Within 2, Wolfenstein 2. Et il y a beaucoup de jeux double A, triple A, c'est pas non plus, c'est pas un Fallout 4, c'est pas un Elder Scrolls 6, mais je pense qu'en plus de Dishonored 2, on aura au moins un gros jeu ou alors au moins deux jeux moyens entre guillemets.
D'accord.
Ouais.
Donc, on va espérer donc au moins une grosse nouvelle IP et puis
ça serait
on va voir
génial.
ce que ça a donné. Donc,
Et c'était Prey 2, c'est ça le titre.
ça va commencer. Oui, la Prey 2, effectivement.
Ils sont en pré-show. Donc on va encore devoir patienter un petit peu.
D'accord.
Il a une belle cravate rose, ce monsieur.
C'est vrai, grosse cravate. Et donc, du coup, là, ils sont en train donc, de parler de
you have a lot of
tout
control over the look and feel of the
toutes les choses
environment.
existantes.
There are way more options than I imagined. So I was inspired by the grainy filter to work on a film noir adventure with demons.
Donc là, ils sont en train
However,
de
I am
raconter.
actually sad to report Fedora's not
Elle explique
part
ses
of
inspirations.
that.
Alors de quel jeu elle parle, je me pose la question.
Because they're part of every aspect of gaming.
But if that's not enough for you, there is, of course, competitive multiplayer.
Yes, and you know, the thing I love about the
Ça parle de
multiplayer
multijoueur,
is it
devinez.
really is a throwback to
De quoi
when I
parle-t-il?
started out,
Yep.
back in the Tech TV days, there was the Quake 3, that kind of classic
Oh,
way
ça a
of-
cité
of
Quake.
having
Ça a cité Quake.
And then when you add in
Donc
the
ce serait
ability to
beau.
spawn in as a demon with the demon powers, that's where it also has this contemporary feel, and that really has a really interesting effect on the flow of the matches and how the focus shifts during the course of them.
Yeah.
Now, Doom and Fallout 4 are just some of the Bethesda games we're playing.
Ouais, donc ça
And
parle
we're in.
des précédentes sorties, donc Doom, Fallout 4.
Legends, which
I
is the strategy card game
Elder Scrolls
based in the
Legend.
Elder Scrolls universe that Bethesda first announced at last year's showcase and is currently in closed beta.
Donc ça dit que Elder Scrolls Legends, ils ont déjà parlé l'année dernière, donc on risque de le revoir cette année.
C'est ça.
I'm not ashamed to admit that I was able to snag myself an invite.
Aren't you the lucky one? Ooh. Now,
Donc
this
apparemment
being
tout le monde,
closed
même
beta,
chez
I know
Bethesda,
that
n'a pas de clé pour
everyone is
accéder à Elder Scrolls
worried about
Legends.
their experiences, but it's just you and me right here. So
Oh,
how
yeah.
about you just tell me how it is?
No, you're just gonna have to see for yourself. If you can get an invite, I recommend batting your eyelashes.
Like this? Please.
It's not gonna work. Hope is not lost, however.
Elle
There is a
plaisante
video
sur le
of the
fait
game in
d'avoir
action.
une invitation
Roll
pour Elder
tape.
Scrolls Legends, qui est quelque chose d'assez rare pour le moment.
Welcome to the
premier.
Elder Scrolls Legends, a strategy card game featuring creatures, characters, and lore from across the history of the Elder Scrolls. Each battle begins with a hand of 3 cards. When it's your turn, you draw 1 card and gain 1 magicka, needed to play your cards. Place a card on one of 2 sides, called lanes. Some lanes have special conditions that alter the field of battle. Choose to attack a card in the same lane, or attack your opponent directly. You win when your opponent is out of health. Take enough damage and one of your runes will shatter. Each time this happens, you will immediately draw a card that could change your fortunes. Your choices, and a little luck, can tip the scales from defeat to victory. Battle anytime or anywhere, on your own or against other players. Test your might in a full campaign, in quick skirmishes, or in the arena where you'll face a gauntlet of foes. Build your collection of allies, armaments, and magic. Combine your cards to create powerful decks. Train your cards to increase their power. Choose your strategy. Choose your path. Choose your destiny. And become a legend.
Legends isn't the
Donc voilà,
only
ça,
Elder
c'était le
Scrolls
trailer
game
qu'on
that's
avait
having
déjà
a
vu
moment.
auparavant.
The Elder
Pas de
Scrolls
nouveau de ce
Online had a
côté-là,
very
pas de
big
nouveauté.
year.
Yeah, so even though the game has been available for more than 2 years, they've made some really big updates to Elder Scrolls Online since launch.
Let's see, there's
on parle de
Imperial City.
Tezo.
Players
Elder
finally got to
Scrolls
face off against Molag Bal's army. Then in December, Orsinium added over 20 hours of new content to Elder Scrolls Online.
They also made a
Ils ajoutent
whole bunch of
20 heures de
changes that the
contenu,
community and media really
à la Tezo en
responded to.
décembre.
The Elder Scrolls Online went from what the devs admit was a rocky start to being named Best MMO at the end of 2015.
But amidst all the bright news, the Elder Scrolls Online has also recently launched Thieves Guild in April, and Dark Brotherhood also launched
Donc,
on
ils disent que Elder
PC
Scrolls
just
Online
last week.
formidable,
So
il a
ever
reçu
since the
beaucoup de prix,
launch, they have
il
really
parle
wanted
d'une
to explore the
extension,
lore
Dark
that we've
Brotherhood.
all loved in the other Elder Scrolls games. For example, they picked the Gold Coast of Cyrodiil for Dark Brotherhood.
Like Kvatch, which 400 years later gets obliterated by Oblivion demons. You kind of
Ça
want to
parle un
tell
peu
the
de l'histoire,
residents
donc,
not
de
to get
ce-
too
de
used to the
la
place
confrérie
or
de ce
not that
nouveau- de ce
attached.
nouveau
As
DLC
an
pour
Elder
Tezo.
Scrolls junkie, this is exactly what I love about ESO. It's getting lost in all the expansive lore and geography.
And speaking of fans we would like to take a moment to say hello to all of the Bethesda fans around the globe.
From London to Moscow,
Voilà, les fans
Paris
de
to
Bethesda,
Tokyo,
merci.
gamers have gathered
Merci
to
aux
watch
fans.
the E3
Des
showcase.
bisous.
And down in Australia,
Yep.
Bethesda's taken over the Sydney Opera House so fans can watch the showcase live.
And earlier today, we got to chat with some of the gamers here in LA who lined up to see the showcase. Let's take a look at what they
Un
had to
petit
say.
reportage sur ce que les joueurs aiment chez Bethesda.
All right, here we are. It's a few hours before the start of BE3, but people have been lining up here since, I believe, 7 o'clock in the morning.
I know, this is a dedicated fan base. They know that the closer they are to the front of the line, the better seat that they are going to get inside the showcase, and that
Okay,
is a
ils montrent tout
big
l'amour
motivator, I
des
know, for
fans
people to
pour
get here
Bethesda.
early, get their seat right
très
in the
heureux
front of
d'être
the
là.
theater.
Exactly. One big screen, front row. It's exciting, but let's better understand some of the hardest core Bethesda fans.
All right, now you couldn't have a showcase like this
Ah.
without some amazing cosplay.
Les petits
Now you
cosplays.
helped build this, so you can tell us a little bit about it.
She's cosplaying Keeper from The Evil Within.
C'est évidemment donc un
It
cosplay
took
de
us
The
forever to make
Within.
this tenderizer. And
Assez réussi.
took her about a day to make that.
I mean, look, I love that game, and I love the Keeper. Everyone else knows him as Boxman. Would you mind just trying that on for one quick sec? I just got to see this.
Donc là, il lui demande de le mettre sur la tête. hein.
Yeah, that's really effective. Wow.
And
vrai
what
que
was
c'est
the
assez réussi
inspiration
pour
behind
le
this
coup.
costume?
C'est
Like, you know, what spoke to you about it?
It just took us like 2 days to finish The Evil Within, and we played that like all night.
Donc
and
elle lui
it was
demande
giving us,
qu'est-ce
like,
que tu aimes
little
chez
heart
The Within, qu'est-ce qui
attacks,
était
and we
formidable. Elle dit qu'on
just
a
fell in
passé
love
2
with
jours
the game.
dessus, on a adoré.
So what else are you guys excited about? What are you excited to see here today?
Qu'est-ce
For
qu'elle
one,
attend?
gameplay for Dishonored 2, because we've been so excited.
Qu'elles
Just the
attendent le 2,
first
évidemment.
trailer
Ils vont
from
sur le 2.
last
hein.
year,
c'est
waiting in
une
line
blague.
for hours. So we're just like, yeah, I hope we get to see other stuff. Maybe Elder Scrolls? Maybe
Ah, elle
Elder
attend peut-être d'Elder Scrolls
Well, actually,
aussi.
going back to
C'est autant que toi.
Dishonored 2, I mean, now we have an adult grown-up Emily Caldwin. Is that something you're considering for cosplay?
I'm actually working on doing Emily. I
Qu'elle
started
explique
the
qu'elle travaille sur un
scarf
autre
last
cosplay
year, and
d'Emily.
I've been thinking about like what swashes I'm gonna use, like what kind of fabric, and trying to put it all together and trying to make it nice. Maybe for PAX, maybe for later on, maybe this next year, but it's gonna get done.
All right, well, I'm really looking
Ça
forward
parle
to it. And
cosplay, ça
on that
explique
note,
comment
I think
cosplay.
all four of us and so many other people out there are excited for another and maybe deeper look at Dishonored 2. But let's right now look at last year's trailer to get us all excited.
Alors ils vont nous remettre le trailer de Dishonored 2.
It's happened again. Someone's pulled the rug out from under you. An empire at your feet, and you've lost it all. Be honest, did you really deserve any of it? More important, what would you do to get it back? Careful, there's always a price to pay. What you decide will ripple across the years. Blood in the gutters and corruption on the wind. It'll be fun watching this unfold. What will you do with the power I've given you? How will you make your mark on this wretched world?
You cover your face, but I know who you are. Emily Caldwin. Nothing is an accident. Everything is in motion. All of it has led you to this exact second in time. before you strike. If you kill me, you become the assassin we claimed you were. You become one of us!
The years are long, but it's always good to see a familiar face.
Alors, ce trailer qu'on a déjà vu l'année dernière, mais qui changeait toujours autant.
C'est ça, toujours une direction, une DA magnifique, il n'y a rien à dire.
assez particulière.
Bethesda has announced that Dishonored 2 will be available worldwide on PlayStation 4, Xbox One, and PC November 11th.
Donc, a priori, la date de sortie est toujours la même, le 11 novembre 2016.
You play as either Emily Caldwin, who we just saw in the video and who looks super awesome and who I am going to play as, or Corvo Attano, who is also pretty awesome, but I am playing as Emily.
Well, both characters are fully voiced.
Donc ça parle des deux personnages qui sont tous les deux doublés. Donc Corvo et Emily qui auront un doubleur qui n'est pas le cas dans le premier. Corvo n'est pas doublé.
I guess. They do have different... Sorry. They do have different powers also. If you played the first game, you're going to be familiar with Corvos. They are going to be significantly upgraded. Emily's are actually all new, so as always, there are going to be tons and tons of ways to play the game. But I do want to make a note of the location that we saw in the trailer. It has a very different feel than that sort of industrial dun wall that we saw in the first game.
So the city is called Karnaca, which is really fun to say. Try it all together.
Plus steampunk encore, un peu plus mécanique, on va dire, que celui du premier.
C'est ça. Toujours ce petit côté victorien, mais plus... encore plus
Anyway,
italien.
oui, voilà, Mediterranean, southern Mediterranean countries like Greece and Italy. But what I noticed was the significant verticality of the city. Does this mean that we're going to be going really, really high, be up in the clouds, getting vertigo, and that's how we're going to be doing the sneaking around?
At least Emily will be when I play as her.
Okay, you're going to play as Emily.
Did I mention that?
I think you did.
You know what I didn't see in Karnaca, though?
Que ça plaisante sur le fait qu'elle a très envie de jouer.
What did you see?
Rats.
Rats, maybe rats, yes. Yes, there are significantly less rats in Dishonored 2, unless you use Corvo's Devouring Swarm, because then you're going to have some rats there.
Right.
Although, I don't know, the rats seem to be a little bit more pleasurable next to the blood flies. Karnaca seems to be filled with blood flies. That sounds so friendly and warm and cuddly.
They're kind of cute. But we both have a significant amount of affection for Dishonored, rats and all.
Yes, we do. It was my personal game of the year back in 2012, the year that it came out.
Un petit peu,
Oui, voilà, c'est ça.
en répétant que
C'est toujours le
Dishonored
côté
est un
c'est
jeu formidable.
incroyable,
Ce jeu est
I
formidable.
highly recommend the Dishonored
C'est par nous,
Definitive
ça, c'est
Edition,
formidable.
which is on current
Ah, c'est nos
systems with
studios.
all the DLC included.
Ils sont talentueux.
Having said that, if you haven't played the original, trust me, you can jump right into Dishonored 2.
Je conseille à tout le monde de
without worry.
relancer le premier s'il n'est pas fait, de
I think we've had
lancer.
enough speculation, don't you?
I think so.
Peut-être qu'il y aura un peu de gameplay.
Ah,
j'espère.
I have a
Mais c'est ça,
sneaking
oui.
suspicion that we're going to see a lot more Dishonored 2 tonight.
I have one of those sneaking suspicions as
On
well.
va avoir
I don't know
beaucoup
where it's
plus de
coming from.
Dishonored
All right,
cette
guys, the
nuit.
showcase is about to start, but we will be back in an hour with exclusive interviews and new info. So please stay tuned to the live stream and follow along on Twitter at Bethesda with the hashtag BE3.
And
dans
send
une
us
heure, il y
your
aura plus de
questions and
contenu
comments.
Dishonored.
If we read yours, you might even nab a special giveaway that you want. You want it, trust
All right,
me.
they're timing me. I'm getting excited. Everyone here getting excited?
La conférence va vraiment commencer cette fois-ci. Dans 6 secondes. Donc après la conférence, comme on dit, il y aura de l'interview et beaucoup plus de contenu que ce qu'ils vont montrer là pendant la conférence. C'est parti. Qu'est-ce que c'est? Oh. Voilà, Quake Champions.
Bon bah c'est bon, il y a
Donc
Quake.
ça, on n'y croyait pas
C'est annoncé,
forcément,
c'est
mais...
ça, on était... pourquoi pas, et oui, c'est
Ouais.
là.
Mais alors, Quake Champions, ça veut dire quoi? Ça veut dire un jeu qui m'a l'air
ça.
uniquement multijoueur d'après le
Multi
trailer.
et,
Et ça veut dire quoi? C'est pas un MOBA quand même, ils vont pas nous faire ça, un MOBA sur Quake. Non, je sais pas, mais ça m'a l'air assez
Good
particulier.
evening and welcome to the Bethesda E3 showcase. Yes, Quake is back.
Oui, Quake est de retour, voilà.
c'est là, Quake est
C'est
là.
dit.
The game that defined competitive multiplayer is back and better than ever.
Le jeu qui a défini le multijoueur compétitif est de retour.
Quake was first released, and if you'll excuse the pun, the aftershocks can still be felt to this day.
Un petit historique de Quake sorti il y a 20
set
ans,
new
c'était
standards
formidable.
for multiplayer and pushed the boundaries for graphics and gameplay. Quake also became a pioneer for esports, and 20 years later,
Quake pionnier de
is
l'e-sport,
still
plus
played
beau
in
FPS de
tournaments across
l'époque.
the globe. The biggest of those tournaments is our very own annual gathering, QuakeCon, which will attract this August tens of thousands of people to Dallas.
La
As a
QuakeCon,
co-designer
le
of the
salon
original game,
maison de
I'm
chez Bethesda,
extremely proud
pas de chez
and
Bethesda.
excited to be standing here today to announce the next chapter of this great game, Quake Champions.
Voilà, l'annonce de Quake
Dans
Champions.
Quake Champions.
Donc ils vont nous expliquer de quoi on parle.
On retourne.
Quake Champions is a competitive, arena-style, first-person shooter for the PC.
Donc c'est un
designed for
FPS
players
première
of all
personne
skill
compétitif.
levels. Whether you are new to Quake or have been fragging for the last 20 years, Quake Champions will give you the challenge and rush you'd expect from id Software multiplayer games. Now, we know that high-end performance is critical with this type of game.
Donc après oui, c'est plutôt ça parle de compétitif, ça parle de skin. Donc, ça sent le jeu e-sport.
C'est ça,
ça sent le jeu e-sport.
Ça sent qu'il se lance dans l'e-sport, hein, effectivement.
Running at 120 Hz with unlocked frame rates.
Donc un nombre d'images par seconde complètement
You're
débloqué.
going to get heart-stopping action that will keep you on the edge of your seat as you fight in classic arena combat. Quake Champions also taps into another hallmark of the franchise, unique and badass characters. The game features a diverse cast of warriors, each with different attributes and unique abilities, allowing you to fight the way that you want.
Donc ouais, une personnalisation des
And you
héros
know
très
that it has a
importante.
long tradition of supporting competitive tournaments. And that continues with Quake Champions. The game is designed for world-class esports play
Voilà.
at every level.
C'est clair, le
From the
jeu
world's
c'est
greatest
pensé
Quake
pour
players
l'e-sport,
Oui.
à
to
fond.
anyone willing to test their skills in the arena. So as part of the launch plan for Quake Champions, Bethesda will be supporting and expanding competitive tournaments and leagues beyond QuakeCon.
Donc a priori, voilà,
we'll have
id
more
Software s'occupe
to
du
share
développement,
about
tout
that
ça, et
in
Bethesda
coming
gère la
months.
partie e-sport derrière,
I
gérer les
hope
tournois,
you
les
enjoyed the
ligues.
sneak peek into our newest game.
Voilà.
Join us at QuakeCon in August, and we'll have even more to talk about.
Rendez-vous à la
And
QuakeCon
now,
pour avoir plus d'infos.
Please join me
En
in
août.
welcoming Bethesda's Global Vice President of PR and Marketing, Pete Hines.
Alors on va voir Pete Hines, donc le vice-président de Bethesda, le bavard, l'homme qui est celui qui est à l'origine de toutes les news après le 3, parce qu'il parle beaucoup, il annonce beaucoup de choses.
Thank you. Thank you, Tim. As Tim said, we'll have even more to show on Quake Champions this August at QuakeCon. It's right there in the name. How would we not have our new Quake game at QuakeCon? Make any sense? But right now, we're not at QuakeCon. We're at E3, the biggest week in gaming, and this is the Bethesda E3 showcase.
On est parti pour le showcase Bethesda.
So welcome to everyone here with me and to the millions of you watching online around the world. Thank you for joining us. We planned this showcase just like we make all of our games for you. Now last year our showcase kicked off a big year for Bethesda, one of the biggest in our many years of making games.
Donc l'année dernière, c'est sûrement une des plus grosses pour Bethesda. Ils ont sorti Doom, ils ont sorti Fallout 4, enfin Doom cette année, Fallout 4 l'année dernière. Donc j'ai Scroll Online, MMO de l'année, il est formidable. Fallout Shelter, on va en reparler aussi.
Shelter, oui, voilà.
Ouais.
We launched Fallout Shelter, the very first mobile game from Bethesda Game Studios, and it became an instant hit and winner of multiple Mobile Game of the Year awards.
Donc il rappelle que Fallout Shelter fait clairement partie de leur grosse réussite l'année dernière.
In November, Fallout 4 was one of the biggest launches in the industry.
Fallout 4 évidemment, sûrement leur plus gros lancement de ces dernières années.
So you've heard of it, good. And won numerous Game of the Year awards, including at DICE and again at the BAFTA Awards. And now Fallout 4 is bringing user mods to Xbox One and soon to PS4 in a way that's never been seen before. And just last month, the new Doom was released to rave reviews.
Le nouveau Doom, évidemment, sorti il y a quelques semaines. Gros jeu aussi pour Bethesda qui misait beaucoup là-dessus.
The original Doom almost single-handedly popularized first-person shooter games, and now you have a new Doom game, faithful to its legacy with some of the best graphics and gameplay ever.
Vivant que les graphismes de Doom, un jeu qui respecte son nom.
Mods using SnapMap. The response to all of these games has been amazing, and your enthusiasm and support for us has encouraged us to go even bigger. You just heard about our new Quake game. Let's see what else we have planned for you guys.
Ah, il va nous expliquer
At last
ce qu'ils
year's
ont.
showcase, I told you about the Elder Scrolls Legends, a free-to-play collectible card game. Now, as I said last year, I am a huge fan of these games. I play them a lot.
Il rappelle qu'il est grand fan des jeux de stratégie de cartes. Donc
Legends provides
fait
a
partie
very
de cela.
deep strategy experience through both single and multiplayer modes, beginning with a campaign complete with a compelling story, interesting characters, and some great gameplay. The story is told from the perspective of a moth priest named Kellen. I'll let him tell you a little more as we take a look at the campaign's
L'histoire
opening
de
cinematic.
l'aventure de Legend sera contée dans ce trailer.
The Elder Scrolls show us what was and what yet will be. And they have revealed much to me.
Spare us your stories, old man, unless they can sharpen spears. Our war chief is dying. Our enemies are massing for another attack. We must prepare for battle.
We should go, Kellen. We have the scroll we came for. And this one smells blood in the wind.
Patience, Nog. I have words yet to speak here. Stories can do surprising things, Spear Maiden, whether they are true or not. And Spear Maiden, whether they are true or not. And
Petit problème de stream, le stream a craché.
Problème de stream.
Les deux streams ont craché.
D'accord, donc les deux.
Apparemment, c'est indépendant de notre connexion.
Ça,
il y en a un qui
ça revient.
the Emperor fled north, leaving Cyrodiil to the invaders. This is the story of a forgotten hero who changed the very course of history.
Ce Elder Scrolls Legend sera l'aventure de Kellen, un moine, on l'a vu, qui sera entouré des races habituelles de la série. Hein.
Ça, les Khajiits.
Voilà.
The choices you make define your approach and unlock all the depth the game has to offer. A two-lane battlefield provides more variety and strategic depth.
Il explique donc la particularité de ce jeu qui est d'avoir deux lanes, deux couloirs. Voilà, ouais.
And we offer a full single-player campaign, as well as multiple ways to play against the AI or other players in both battle and arena modes.
Donc les modes classiques, aventure, arène, escarmouche.
To celebrate E3 this week, we'll be letting even more of you into the beta to start playing.
Donc il y aura plus d'invitations à la bêta, c'est pour l'instant une bêta très fermée. Hein.
Create an account and sign up, and be sure to keep an eye on your email. Also tonight, we're very pleased to announce that in addition to PC and iPad, Legends will be coming to iPhone, Mac, and Android tablets and phones later this year.
Donc voilà, il y aura aussi une version Mac et plus de tablettes, plus de téléphones concernés.
As I said, I'm very excited about Legends as it brings together an award-winning franchise that I love and a new genre. And whether you're a veteran strategy card fan or have never played a game before, it's a game we think you'll all really enjoy. And now, so long as we're on the topic of Legends, let's take a look at what the team at Bethesda Game Studios has been hard at work on.
Voilà, une nouveauté a priori.
Welcome here to Bethesda Game Studios. It's amazing to think it has only been a year since you first heard about Fallout 4 at this very event.
Donc Todd Howard qui nous rappelle que l'année dernière ils avaient annoncé Fallout 4.
Popular game ever, but one of the industries. It has simply blown us away, and we're incredibly blessed to have fans like you. Seeing what you've created, not just in the main game, but the add-ons and of course mods, it is just incredible. And we're not done yet. We're excited to show you what's coming next for Fallout 4.
Donc voilà, l'avenir Fallout 4, enfin.
C'est ça.
It's all over, but the crying, and I can't get over crying over you.
Of course, we didn't just announce Fallout 4 last year. We also announced and released Fallout Shelter.
Voilà, on revient sur Fallout Shelter. Après, c'est 3 petits contenus qui vont arriver donc ce mois-ci, le mois d'après.
La semaine, c'est ça. La semaine prochaine, juillet. Et
voilà, c'est ça. Donc voilà, du nouveau Fallout Shelter.
Ouais.
Voilà, de nouveaux ennemis, de nouveaux environnements.
We hope you're as excited as we are about all of the stuff coming.
Donc la version PC,
la
version PC de Fallout Shelter,
not just for your support over the last year, but your support of our whole studio really over the last 20.
Donc voilà, un gros merci à tous les fans, merci à tout le monde.
Something else though that you've been asking us about, and yes, we've been working on it.
Quand il a dit oui, vous me posez la question, on travaille dessus, je m'attendais à Dishonored 6, mais évidemment c'est une version définitive, spéciale édition, donc pour PS4 et Xbox One de Skyrim évidemment, avec les mods,
avec
et
les
des
mods
graphismes améliorés.
Les effets.
Donc Arkane Studio.
Hi everyone, I'm very excited to be here tonight on behalf of Arkane Studios, the makers of Dishonored.
Il est français, je pense. Donc voilà, il explique voilà, Arkane Studio, créateur de Dishonored.
Our passion is for a very specific kind of game, first-person immersive games. Our games blend narration and simulation in a way that makes every player's experience different, where players can improvise and where choices have consequence.
Donc il explique voilà, le grand truc de Bethesda, faire des jeux immersifs avec des choix. Et si je dis pas de bêtises, c'est cet homme qui avait envoyé le mail, soi-disant parent de Prey 2. La source de Kotaku,
In
c'était
2012,
cette.
we released Dishonored. We were thrilled that the game was so well received by the gamers and the critics all around the world. That was like one of the best feelings for us developers.
Donc il rappelle que l'accueil du Dishonored était très bon, et très touché par ça.
Harvey Smith took the lead on Dishonored 2, so he went to France and Lyon and worked with the team over there. Meanwhile, I have been busy in Austin working on something else.
Ah, donc Arkane Austin bossait sur quelque chose d'autre que Dishonored 2, c'est ça. La surprise.
I'm going to reveal what that surprise is in a minute.
Ils ont ce trailer un peu trop tôt.
C'est ça. Values that are so dear to Arkane. It's another first-person immersive game set in a dangerous universe. Only this time we've added a psychological thrill.
Un nouveau
Here is the
jeu à la
world's
première
first
personne.
look at what we've been up to.
Voilà le nouveau projet.
Good morning, Morgan. Today is Monday, March 15th, 2032. You have a 9 a.m. appointment with Alex in his office. There is no duration set for this meeting. There is a 3 p.m. meeting in TranStar Conference Room A to greenlight research and development plans. Please confirm your attendance prior to arrival. The most recent test results from the Psychotronic. Good morning, Morgan. Today is Monday, March 15th, 2032. You have a 9 a.m. appointment with Alex in his office. There is no duration. Good morning, Morgan. Today is Monday, March 15th, 2032. You have a 9 a.m. appointment.
Good morning, Morgan. Looks like we have some tests to run through today.
Good morning, Morgan. You're not going to like what I have to say next.
Voilà, les rumeurs disaient vrai, un nouveau Prey.
Et donc un reboot alors de Prey.
Apparemment, ils n'étaient pas satisfaits du premier.
C'est ça. Oui, voilà. Pas de deux.
A very special space station. It is year 2032. You are the key subject of an experiment meant to alter humanity forever. But things have gone wrong, of course. The space station has been overrun by an alien threat, and you are now
Donc on est dans une station spatiale attaquée par les aliens.
Secrets of Talos One and your own past, you must survive using all the tools at your disposal on board of the station.
Donc de la survie, un peu à la Dead Space, un peu moins horrifique, mais.
Prey will be available next year on Xbox One, PS4 and PC.
Donc l'année prochaine sur
we'll have
PC,
more to show at the QuakeCon, so be sure
Xbox
to
One.
join us there. Thank you.
Et voilà. Encore une fois la QuakeCon.
La QuakeCon, donc encore une fois, rendez-vous au Salon Maison.
Hi everyone, I'm Marty Stratton, executive producer of Doom at id Software. Last month, we had the privilege of releasing one of the most iconic titles in our industry to fans around the world. We challenged ourselves to ensure Doom lived up to its incredible legacy, and we thank you, our fans, for making the Doom launch such a tremendous success. It's been amazing to watch and hear from the millions of players enjoying the many aspects of the game. From those of you gunning for the perfect run through the campaign, to others constantly testing their skills in multiplayer, you continue to inspire our team. Last year, we told you we wanted to put the power of creation in the hands of every player through Doom SnapMap,
Donc ça parle du
allowing
SnapMap,
for an
la
endless
puissance
stream of new
de
gameplay.
cet outil.
And in the coming months, we're excited to be supporting Doom SnapMap with free updates and even more ways to play. We'll be delivering new construction modules, including hell visual themes, as well as new props, objects, weapons, and items. While creators can look forward to new logic options and functionality, like the ability to create true single-player experiences with features like the popular weapon wheel found in the campaign. And again, throughout the year, every SnapMap feature and update is free for every player. For multiplayer, Next month, we'll release 2 new modes, including a uniquely Doom variant of One Flag CTF called Exodus, as well as an all-new multi-zone capture and hold mode called Sector. Later this summer, we'll turn up the heat with the release of 3 free-for-all modes, including Classic Deathmatch. These modes will be free to all players and playable on any existing or future maps. Also next month, fans can look forward to our first premium Doom DLC pack, Unto the Evil. The first DLC pack includes 3 new multiplayer maps, Offering, Cataclysm, and Ritual. A new playable demon called the Harvester, a new gun, equipment item, armor sets, taunts, and more. With just a month past since our launch, we hope you've only scratched the surface of fun we packed into the game. And we can't wait to give you even more ways to compete, create, play, and fight like hell. Thank you.
Voilà, donc du nouveau contenu gratuit, beaucoup de modes de jeu, de nouveaux contenus pour SnapMap, mais aussi du contenu premium.
C'est exactement.
Dans DLC.
Pour le multi, entre autres.
Voilà.
Doom has received near universal acclaim from critics and players alike for its fast combat, over-the-top demons, and amazing
rappelle
graphics.
le bon accueil réservé à Doom.
Now, it is also known as a longtime supporter of shareware, or for you youngsters in the audience, that's what us old guys used to call a demo. And in a nod to that tradition, we've decided to offer anyone that hasn't checked out Doom's amazing gameplay a chance to do it for free.
Donc une version gratuite de Doom,
tonight,
une démo.
You can download and play the first level of Doom on Steam, PS4, or Xbox One for free.
Donc le premier niveau de Doom jouable sur tous les supports PC, PS4 et Xbox One.
This week, but we want everyone to have a chance to see why Doom is one of the highest-rated shooters ever. So if you love super intense action or you just want to experience state-of-the-art gaming, go download Doom and fight like hell on us. We think you'll see what everyone else is talking about. Now, let's shift from Demons of Hell to Daedric Princes and Secret Assassin Cults. Please welcome from ZeniMax Online Studios, the Elder Scrolls Online Game Director, Matt Firor. Matt?
Voilà le directeur de Teso, de Elder Scrolls Online, qui va venir parler sûrement du nouvel add-on Dark Brotherhood.
Thanks everyone. Good evening.
Je crois que sa femme est dans la salle.
Ou
sa mère, je ne sais pas.
The launch of the Elder Scrolls Online on Xbox One and PlayStation 4. Because we were launching the game this time last year, I was a little busy and I wasn't able to be here in person. But I made sure I was here this year to tell everyone what's been happening with the Elder Scrolls Online.
On parle un peu de l'avenir de Elder Scrolls
From the console
Online.
launch last June to the release of 3 critically acclaimed DLC game packs during the year, all of us at ZeniMax Online have been really busy.
On parle des 3 DLC qui sont
But
sortis
before I go any
jusqu'à
further, I
maintenant.
want to take a moment and thank all of our fans for your support, your enthusiasm, and your feedback. We take it really seriously, and we
Merci
continue
à
to
tous
work
les
with
fans.
toujours les bisous aux fans,
Voilà,
c'est ça.
merci, les remerciements habituels.
You like the changes?
Vous aimez le changement?
Ah.
Elder Scrolls Online was named the best MMOG of 2015, was one of the best-selling games of the year of any kind, and now supports a highly engaged community of over 7 million of you who have been exploring this enormous world of Tamriel.
Apparemment,
ça paraît énorme.
Oui, c'est.
The Elder Scrolls Online from launch onward.
Ce trailer pour rappeler des milliards de mobs tués, des milliards. Et donc 7 millions, je pense que c'est le nombre de jeux vendus, ça me paraît énorme. Mais c'est pas 7 millions de joueurs en permanence.
C'est ça, oui. Non, mais... Et plein de crabes dévastés aussi.
Beaucoup, des millions. Donc on joue le 23 juin, Tezo sort au Japon.
For me, one of my favorite moments in any RPG ever was the Dark Brotherhood quest in the Elder Scrolls IV Oblivion.
Préparation de la nouvelle extension, la confrérie.
It was packed full of
Dark
assassination
Brotherhood,
and intrigue, and like
nouvelle
me,
add-on.
fans everywhere loved it. So I'm particularly excited for the launch of the Dark Brotherhood DLC game pack on Xbox One and PlayStation 4 this Tuesday. In the Dark Brotherhood DLC, you'll travel to another location from Oblivion, the Gold Coast of Cyrodiil. The Dark Brotherhood has an appropriately dark storyline full of intrigue and mystery and brings all new repeatable quest gameplay to ESO.
C'est les nouvelles quêtes très sombres de cette add-on
Please enjoy the worldwide debut of the Dark Brotherhood DLC launch trailer.
Sweet mother, send your child unto me. For the sins of the unworthy must be baptized in blood and fear. This is the Black Sacrament, Initiate, a contract that calls for murder. Now go, assassin. Take your blade into the night. Be rewarded for your service in our business of death. Welcome, Initiate, to the Dark Brotherhood. And know this, in Tamriel, no one is safe. Especially from us.
Sweet mother, send your child unto me.
Ce trailer de lancement de Dark Brotherhood avec des tonnes d'assassinats en perspective.
Ça, on a pu voir la main noire, tout ça.
And we can't wait to see what happens when our console players get to experience the Dark Brotherhood this week. But that's not all. A core philosophy in the Elder Scrolls Online is to constantly make the game better. Since launch, we've regularly been adding innovative features such as the Justice System and the Champion System, and we're about to make another game changer. Tonight, we're announcing One Tamriel, marking another major evolution of gameplay in the Elder Scrolls Online.
One Tamriel, donc
With One Tamriel, all characters will be automatically leveled to content in the world, allowing them to freely group with anyone they want, and also to explore the vast world of Tamriel with no level restrictions.
D'accord, donc une mise à niveau de tous les personnages en fonction des régions pour permettre le jeu en équipe plus facilement.
All content barriers are gone and there are no restrictions on alliances or questing. From the moment you get out of the tutorial, the entire game world is open for you to explore
plus besoin
freely.
de monter de niveau, de farm pendant des heures.
This is the first time this has ever been done in a multi-platform RPG. We'll think you'll love it.
C'est la première fois que ça arrive dans un RPG a priori. Donc pour pouvoir permettre à tout le monde de jouer ensemble, dès que le DLC est terminé, vous pouvez aller n'importe où, n'importe quelle région.
In closing, I want to thank the awesome Elder Scrolls Online community for your support. We never take it for granted. We work hard every day to make your Elder Scrolls Online experience the awesome adventure you want and deserve. Thanks everyone.
Donc les remerciements, ils sont très contents d'être sur Online. Donc beaucoup de nouveautés à venir. Déjà le Dark Brotherhood qui sort cette semaine, un nouveau DLC. One Tamriel, donc cette nouvelle composante.
C'est ça. Donc un jeu toujours suivi.
We want you to get as much as possible out of this year's showcase. So, this year, after we're done here in the hangar, we're just going to keep the showcase going. Now, for those of you watching at home, our pre-show hosts, Adam Sessler and Morgan Webb, will be back to take over the stream, and they'll bring you exclusive interviews and more information about all the games that we're talking about here tonight. Here in Los Angeles, we've built an interactive space over on the other side of the lot where you have a chance to learn more about our games, play some of them, and meet some of our developers.
Voilà, il explique que juste après le show, donc, vous retrouverez les présentateurs tout à l'heure, donc monsieur avec la carnet rose, pour des interviews et beaucoup d'informations sur les jeux avancés.
who will drop their new album, California, in a couple of weeks, and you get to hear them live tonight as they start their summer tour.
Donc voilà, Blink-182 qui sont là pour faire le concert chez Bethesda.
Chance to experience the latest in virtual reality from Bethesda.
Oh, Bethesda VR, la réalité virtuelle Panta est aux anges.
Weren't expecting that, were you? Now, the first time anyone experienced modern VR was at E3 2012, and if you were there and lucky enough, you may remember getting to play Doom 3 BFG in our booth. Now, at the time, we had solved some of the toughest technology challenges posed by VR, and people were amazed. Since then, we've quietly continued our pioneering work in VR, and tonight,
comme tout le monde avait été enchanté par Doom BFG en VR, ils ont continué à travailler sur la VR.
Put on a headset and play the latest AAA games in the industry. Now, we have two games for you to experience. The first is the just-released Doom.
Donc le nouveau Doom en VR.
You can take a virtual tour of hell and get a totally unique look at the very latest in graphics and true next-gen rendering from our id Tech 6 engine. In addition, we think the greatest promise of VR is its ability to immerse players completely into virtual worlds, and that the best games for that experience will be first-person open-world RPGs. So we have Fallout 4 for you to
Fallout
play
4 évidemment
en VR.
Donc pour une immersion toujours plus forte dans les terres dévastées.
Check out the iconic Red Rocket, try combat. I'm telling you, with a Pip-Boy on your arm, a dog by your side, a gun in your hand, it's pretty incredible.
Donc ils trouvent ça formidable.
C'est ça, incroyable.
Fallout 4 will be released in 2017 on the HTC Vive platform.
Donc l'année prochaine sur le HTC Vive, Fallout 4 et a priori Doom aussi.
Survival mode was an intense way to experience Fallout. You ain't seen nothing yet. We want to give you a glimpse into where we're headed with VR, where you can expect us to remain a leader, offering our games on the very best platforms you choose. So be sure to check it out. Now, for more on the second half of the showcase, let's check in with Adam and Morgan to see what's happening and get an update on what they have planned. Adam, Morgan, what do you have for us?
Thanks, Pete. Now, we are here at BE3+, and this is sort of this experience that you guys are going to get to see after the showcase. We have some Bethesda VR over here. Now, right now, there's no line, so that's kind of tempting, isn't it?
Bethesda avec de la VR, un boost Fallout.
For everyone to play, Pete, I fully expect to see you at one of these tables showing off that card mastery skill I know you possess.
Now, in here, Adam and I are actually going to be interviewing some of the developers that you guys just saw their games on stage, so we're going to have a lot more information for you. So everybody on the stream needs to stay tuned for that.
Encore une fois, des interviews et des informations. Venez, ne partez pas au bout d'une heure, s'il vous plaît.
Thank you, Adam and Morgan. We will see you guys in a few minutes. But we are not going anywhere just yet because there is one more thing that we think
dernière chose, toujours.
Last year, we announced that a sequel to Dishonored was in development, marking a new chapter to the Game of the Year from Arcane Studios. We shared a few tidbits about the sequel, but for the most part, you could say we've been in stealth mode. Until now. Sorry, I couldn't help myself. Dishonored 2 is going to be a very special game, one that lives up to its celebrated legacy and then goes way beyond. To tell you more, please join me in welcoming the creative director of Dishonored 2, Harvey Smith.
Donc Harvey Smith, le directeur créatif de Dishonored 2, qui vient nous parler un peu de ce jeu, qui se fait assez avare en vidéo de gameplay.
Hi everybody. In Dishonored, you play a supernatural assassin in a steampunk city. The game blends combat, stealth, and mobility, giving you many different pathways and approaches. When the original Dishonored was released in 2012, you embraced the game and made it your own. You discovered moves and combinations of powers that we didn't even imagine. We were thrilled by your passion for Dishonored, and we were humbled by the success of the game, which won more than 100 Game of the Year awards.
Donc un jeu qui a gagné beaucoup de prix, évidemment, à l'époque, un gros succès.
C'est un gros succès critique.
So tonight, here with all of you for the first time, we're going to show you the game.
Voilà, donc enfin, effectivement, du gameplay.
Welcome back to the Empire of the Isles, a rich, Victorian-inspired fantasy world with a distinct style and an exotic cast of characters. For Dishonored 2, we wanted to explore a new location, Karnaca, the jewel of the South. Our approach to world creation is very layered. Our art and design teams work together to create a strong sense of place with a well-realized culture. It's based on the people living there, the work they do, the architecture, economy, the climate, even the food and songs. In order to bring Karnaca to life, we've created a custom game engine designed to support our signature art direction and level design. We wanted Dishonored 2 to resemble a painting in motion, so we've given considerable thought to our lighting and the way it plays across every surface. We've created custom tools to support the interruptible, real-time narrative scenes necessary for a stealth simulation. And the same is true for our approach to audio, both in terms of atmospherics and stealth gameplay. All of these details make Karnaca more vivid thanks to our new technology, which we call the Void Engine. In crafting spaces for you to explore, we've got several creative goals. We want the environment to feel coherent and complete, plausible. Where do these characters live and how do they get to work? Is there a viable pathway that makes sense? Where do they take their breaks or stop for lunch? But it goes further than that. For Dishonored 2, we felt compelled to ask ourselves about the history of a given street or shop. What was there a decade before the player arrives in Karnaca? Often you can see the layers of history, watermarks on the wall from past floods, peeling posters and advertisements from years ago. We want every market, every alley to tell a story and to offer you the chance to see something novel or intriguing. Dishonored 2 starts and ends in Dunwall, but most of the action takes place here in Karnaca. All right, there you go, your first look at Dishonored 2.
Bon, pas de gameplay directement, une présentation donc, de l'univers Karnaca, c'est ça, un nouvel univers du jeu qui se veut très vivant, très plausible. On peut voir des choses se passer comme ça.
C'est ça, de la vie partout.
Voilà.
In the first Dishonored game, you played Corvo Attano, falsely accused of killing the Empress, the woman he loved and was sworn to protect. And you were blamed for the abduction of their daughter, Emily Caldwin. After escaping Idaho's execution, Corvo is gifted with supernatural powers and dedicates himself to avenging the death of the Empress and restoring young Emily to the throne. As we began to work on Dishonored 2, a single question haunted us. What became of Emily Caldwin? How would her experiences affect her, and what kind of ruler would she become? We envisioned Emily grown up,
Ils ont imaginé
25 years of age.
Emily grandir entre
And then we began to imagine what she'd be like as a heroic figure, as someone fighting for her life against the forces of deceit. We developed a vision for Emily Caldwin that excited us, and at E3 last year, we shared that vision with the world. Dishonored 2 is set 15 years after the first game. Emily Caldwin rules the Empire, watched over by her father, Corvo Attano.
Imperial Majesty, Emily Caldwin.
Loyal subjects, we're going through a difficult time, but today we honor my mother, the late Jessamine Caldwin. May her memory survive through the ages.
Emily.
You look tired, Father.
Every year, I think the anniversary of Jessamine's death will be easier, but it never is.
I wish Mother was still the Empress. I don't think I'm very good at this.
You're still learning. Don't worry about the rabble-rousers, and we'll catch the Crown Killer, eventually.
People are saying it's you, that these assassinations are a misguided effort to protect me.
No, someone's trying to make us look guilty by targeting your enemies.
just run away from all this.
Sometimes you do. You think I don't know about your nights out on the rooftops? Courage. The ceremony will be over soon.
Royal Protector and Father. I should have passed a law against that combination of titles years ago.
When an otherworldly usurper seizes the throne, the fate of the Empire is left hanging in the balance. Dishonored 2 offers you the choice of playing as Empress Emily Kaldwin or the Royal Protector, Corvo Attano. Emily and Corvo are both fully voiced this time, with their own perspectives and emotional responses to the events transpiring around them. Whoever you choose to play, you've got to flee Dunwall, your home, and travel to Karnaca in order to unravel the threads of a conspiracy and take back what's yours.
I've gotta get away. I should talk to the captain of that ship.
Dishonored is known for unscripted, simulation-driven missions where no 2 players ever have the same experience. There are many pathways to explore as you penetrate well-defended locations, many numerous ways to find and eliminate nefarious targets.
Plusieurs expériences par joueur.
For Dishonored 2, we've put a much greater emphasis on big, interesting themes, either from a gameplay or fictional standpoint, making each mission a wildly unique place to explore.
Donc à chaque mission encore
I'll
plus de
explain a little bit more about
possibilités.
that. Today we're going to show you the Dust District, an industrial ruin ravaged by terrible storms that hit at random intervals.
Donc un district ravagé.
In the Dust District, a militant religious faction called the Overseers is at war with the Howler Gang. The leaders of both factions are trying to take each other down. You can side with the Overseers or the Howlers or neither. There are many ways to complete the mission.
She'll tell you more. I'll wait here in the skiff and take you back to the dreadful whale after you finish.
Everything you see here is rendered in the Void engine, designed to create atmospheric and exploration-rich spaces. To reach our target, Vice Overseer Byrne, we've got to get past a Grand Guard checkpoint sealed off by a wall of light, a cruel security device reinstated by the Duke of Serkonos.
Orders from the Duke. We're losing too many people. Good soldiers blinded by that hallucinogenic powder the Howlers used, then stabbed to death or dragged down by the Abbey's hounds. One young lieutenant got hit by an Overseer grenade, and that was it. He was one of the Duke's distant cousins or something.
Shit. Let's hope they do enough damage to each other so the fight goes out of them.
That won't happen until someone manages to kill either Paulo or Vice Overseer.
We've made much greater use of vertical space for Dishonored 2, encouraging players to explore the rooftops above the streets.
Out of my ears.
Dust from the mines.
The storm alters visibility for the AI and for the player. A random storm hits and Emily comments on it. Many of the security devices in Dishonored 2 are powered by wind, a unique feature of Karnaca. So here we're switching off the windmill to get through the wall of light. There'll be a lot going on in this next fight. Drop attack, guards climbing and vaulting, combat choke, and Emily using far reach to pull an explosive whale oil tank toward her from a distance.
You aren't going in! So dead! Let the road for you! Take
you! Come here!
All right, let's jump forward closer to our target, Vice Overseer Byrne. The Overseers are fighting the Howler Gang for the hearts and minds of the people of Karnaca. What happens here will influence Karnaca's future and the endgames.
The Vice Overseer hasn't shared his plans with me. He's upstairs now, so I assume we'll learn something before long.
Here we're going to use Emily's mesmerize power to lull a group of Overseers into a stupor, evading combat altogether. Mesmerized, they won't notice Emily or even remember that she was here.
There you are. I feel so empty right now.
Far Reach can be upgraded not only to pull objects from a distance, but also enemies, so you can finish them off in midair. This time, all of Emily's powers, which are new, and all of Corvo's can be fully upgraded using entirely new skill trees, giving you the ability to customize more deeply. If you're new to the Dishonored series, it's all about options and exploration, playing at your own pace. The game has many different pathways through each mission, and also different approaches, stealth or combat, lethal or non-lethal, and a wide array of supernatural powers that will dramatically change the experience as you play. We're very close to Vice Overseer Byrne's office now.
Of the oracular order have seen it, and I feel it in my bones. So this stalemate with the Howlers must be resolved.
Byrne is giving a briefing using a projector. We're going to plant a stun mine and then link several of the Overseers with Emily's domino power, so that whatever happens to one of them will happen to all of them. They share the same fate.
Died trying to bring power. We suffered fatal injuries. Somehow we come back the next day to fight again. Whatever witchcraft we had.
Switching off the projector will attract Vice Overseer Byrne's attention, and when the mine affects one Overseer, it will affect all of them.
Go check, brother.
Right away.
There are many creative ways to use Domino. Now we're going to show you Shadow Walk, another key power for Emily. Shadow Walk is useful for stealth and combat. You saw it in the announced trailer that we made for the game, and you can fully use it in the game. Like all the powers, it can be upgraded in a variety of ways.
La manipulation, on a vu beaucoup de
Vice
choses.
Overseer Byrne out of the picture, the leader of the Howlers, will owe Emily a favor, and that's just one way to complete the Dust District mission.
Donc voilà, une des missions dont il nous parlait, encore une fois beaucoup de choix pour la terminer.
Today,
Ça a beaucoup
we
de
want to
choix, nouveaux
demonstrate another
pouvoirs.
signature environment from a mission called A Crack in the Slab.
On va une autre
It's
mission.
another example of the missions in Dishonored 2 and how they're built around big, interesting themes. This mission takes place in a ruined manor that's been sealed for several years. At the start, the outsider appears and explains that reality was warped inside this place after an occult event. Your supernatural powers won't work inside the manor, and even time behaves strangely, allowing you to travel back and forth between the ruined present and the past, when the manor was lavish and refined. Here we're in the present, when the manor is in ruins. Now we've moved backwards, years into the past, when the manor was still inhabited and guarded. Looking through the lenses of the Outsider's timepiece, you can see the alternate timeline. This is useful for solving puzzles, as you've seen, but it can also be used to avoid or take down enemies. You can watch enemies in the alternate timeline and then step through to execute your plans. We hope you're going to love the game as much as we do. Thank you, thank you.
Voilà, donc manipulation du temps également.
C'est ça, une sorte de passe-game pour les énigmes.
Beaucoup de choses.
C'est ça,
beaucoup de choses.
Beaucoup d'arrivées dans le jeu.
They're really ready for you to get you guys to get your hands on it, and you don't have to
Qu'on
wait
y
long.
joue évidemment les remerciements
All of you can leave
habituels.
your mark on the Empire of the Isles, because Dishonored 2 will release on PlayStation 4, the Xbox One, and PC November 11,
11 novembre 2016, PC, PS4, Xbox One, pas d'exclusivité.
Before I go,
même
I've got
temporaire,
one more
rien du
thing for you. This is the worldwide launch of the Dishonored 2 gameplay trailer. You're seeing it here first. Good night.
tout. Un petit trailer pour finir.
Walk on gold dust, woman. Take your silver spoon, dig your grave. Wake up in the morning, see your sunrise lost to go down, to go down. Did she make you cry, make you break down, shatter your illusions of love? Tell me, is it over now? Do you know how to pick up the pieces and go home? Walk on, ancient queen, follow those who pale in your shadow. Rulers make bad lovers. You better put your kingdom up for sale. Up for sale. Did she make you cry? Make you break down? Shatter your illusions of love. Now tell me, is it over now? Do you know how to pick up the pieces and go home? Go home. Go home. Pale shadow.
Et donc voilà.
Pour ce trailer de
c'est ça.
lancement, le trailer de gameplay définitif de ce Dishonored 2 qui arrive donc le 11 novembre
Very
2016.
excited about Dishonored 2. Could I please have another round of applause for the very shy and took off Harvey Smith
Ouais, il y a un petit peu d'applaudissements pour Harvey Smith qui nous a présenté donc Dishonored
and
2
everyone at
en long, en
Arcane
large et en
Studios?
travers.
Those guys are fantastic. They've been working their butts off. Now, one of the things that Dishonored fans have been asking about a lot is whether or not we're going to do a collector's edition. So tonight, I'm happy to confirm that yes, we will
La
be doing a
collector de
limited
Dishonored
number
2
of Dishonored 2 collector's editions.
avec un masque de corbeau.
The collector's edition comes with a
petite
very cool
affichette.
replica of Corvo's mask as well as Emily's ring, and it'll be available
Et la bague de
retailers around the globe, but supplies are limited, and as we saw with Fallout 4 last year, and you know who you are, they go out quickly. So,
Ah, il nous
if
faut
you
la même
want
que
one, I
Fallout, donc
suggest
un nombre
that
très
you
limité
pre-order one before they
d'édition
all
collector.
go away. Also, if you pre-order or digitally pre-purchase any version of Dishonored 2 for a limited time only, you will get a free copy of Dishonored Definitive Edition, which includes
Donc si on précommande n'importe quelle version de Dishonored 2, on aura la version du premier, la définitive edition du premier, en tout cas pendant un certain temps de précommande.
Now, games like Dishonored 2 and all of the games that we've shown here tonight don't happen by accident. There are wonderfully talented, dedicated people working hard every day to build games that thrill and inspire
les développeurs
all of us.
se tuent à la tâche pour
I wanna
que
take a
le
moment
jeu soit
to recognize
extraordinaire.
and thank the entire Bethesda team and all of our studios. So if you take a look, you'll see teams from all over the world who are joining us now. Would you please welcome me? Would you please join me in
Alors ce qui est drôle, c'est qu'on a vu des équipes de jeux de, par exemple l'équipe de Will Within qui a été montrée alors qu'on n'a pas eu des Will Within, c'est intéressant.
Thank you very much. That was great.
Ça va montrer un petit peu que Bethesda devient un petit peu grossi, quoi.
Très grande famille.
Plus all of the new content for Doom, The Elder Scrolls Online, Fallout 4, and Fallout Shelter, and the latest in virtual reality gaming. It should be another big year for Bethesda.
Une grosse année pour Bethesda
Now,
avec
this has already
toutes ces
been
annonces.
a great night, and we want to commemorate this moment and give you guys something special to remember it by. So for all of you here in Los Angeles, when you leave tonight, you'll get a special T-shirt.
Le petit t-shirt pour faire plaisir à tout le monde, voilà.
Commemorating this event and all of the games that we've shown. And for those of you
Merci
watching the stream at home, Adam and Morgan have T-shirts to give away, so keep watching for a chance to get yours. And that is everything we have to show you from this stage. So if you're here with me in the hangar, you can head over to the other side of the lot. If you're watching online, don't go anywhere. Adam and Morgan are about to take over the second half of the stream. For the rest of our showcase, from all of us at Bethesda, thank you all so much for playing our games and joining us.
Partir et merci à tous.
Les interviews, voilà,
c'est ça. Donc les bisous. Et bien entendu, on va revenir tout de suite pour le débriefing. Donc on rend tout de suite à Spider, à quelques mètres de nous.